Yep, that's a crack. It goes all the way up into the cladding. So, what do we do with it? Throw it away, grind it down. It's about 0.15 of a mil down on the edge and about 0.6 of a mil up at the top of the crack. So it's going to be 4 times thicker than it was factory. I'm sure that some of you are itching to say that, oh, you've got to thin it out, man. Well, I don't do thinning. I don't know how to do thinning. I don't have the skill. I don't have the stones. And I don't have the stones. So I can recommend that she send it off to somebody who can do the thinning, but the expense wasn't warranted. She didn't want to pay any of that money, so, and I don't blame her really. The alternative is just turn it into a normal knife. Pretty good steel. The cladding, the core goes all the way through the metal, all the way to the top. It's not just on the end. So even if we grind this up, that's a good, wow, that's a long way. It's going to be 10 mil. We're losing 10 mil of this. So this is going to become pretty much a Santoku shaped carving knife, really. It's going to be thin. It's going to be up around here. But that's what she wants, and so that's what I'm going to deliver. You can watch or you can look away. It's up to you. First thing, head over to the machine and grind this down. Okay, I think that's done. A little bit abbreviated, but still not too bad. And now it's the thickness of a normal European knife. So who cares? It'll still be useful. Now I just want to make sure under the microscope that that crack's all gone. It appears to be. It's a bit hard to tell with all the patterns going on there. But let's give it a grind and see how we go. Got a brand new wheel in the new packaging box. And I've noticed that straight off the bat the wheel is out of round. Don't know if you can see that, but I can. But every time I dress the wheel it costs me several $100s in lost revenue. So I'm not going to worry about that. It's nothing to worry about. Out of round doesn't even matter because the knife moves up and down with it anyway. So now that it's that fat though, I'm going to give it a standard 32 degrees. 32, set this to 16 per side. Adjust the wheel diameter back up to 250. Presuming a new one is 250. Somebody said they're not the other day. 250 exactly. So let's have a look. Oop, has to come up a fair bit. Also this heel is hanging down low, so I want to lift that up. Make sure it's all parallel here. I've got a bit of a cold at the moment, so my voice is ready for radio. And I'm going to sniffle on camera. Here you go. There you go. Everyone all right? If you're concerned, put your masks on. Because, you know, that should protect you. Masks protect you. Don't they? All right. We're good to go. Now, obviously, because we're starting with a flat edge. Oh, let's just check the thickness of that. What did it end up at? Oh, not too bad. 50 mil. 50, what is that? 1/100ths. So that's not too bad. It'll be a normal knife now, won't be so special as it was once before. But way better than throwing it out. So let's dress with 80. My last wheel didn't last long at all because I was getting so many complaints from not subscribers, just loudmouths who came on and said, your wheel's out of round, you don't know what you're doing, you're a backyarder, you're a horrible person, and you ought to. And so I was dressing it to keep them happy because, you know, that's important. And I lost probably maybe $1,000 in dressing costs because every time I dress, it costs me about 4 or 5 mil. 4 or 5 mil times 7 knives per millimetre. You do the mathematics. Straight into it. I'll do 2 per side to start off with. Of course, it doesn't help that I dress the wheel very often with these rough stones, 80 grit. But that's part of my technique. It is what it is. How did it happen, you might ask? Well, lady's not quite sure. Possible a little bit of frozen food. Possible maybe a drop by somebody. Don't know. Avocado seeds, maybe. You know, where you use your best knife to slam it into a rock hard nut and then twist it because you care about the knife a lot. Maybe. I don't think so. Seems like a very nice lady, and she wouldn't do something like that. But it is what it is. These things happen, and we're left with a decision to make. It'll still be a very useful knife, and I'll get it razor sharp, obviously. If any of you know a good cure for razor blades in the throat, let me know. I've tried spoonful of honey. I've tried about 87,000 different drugs and sprays and lozenges and all that. Still want to cut my head off. And if you're still watching, you're a real fan. So how many comments do you think I'm going to get about, oh, you should have thinned it, man. You've ruined the knife. You should have thinned it. I reckon I'm going to get at least 6 of them, if not more. What's interesting about going this deep is that I can see the Damascus pattern coming through. I always like to see that. Rough it up again. Make sure we're clamped up tight. Ooh, starting to get a burr. Roughen it up one more time. And yes, I charge a few bucks more for these. Still better than throwing it away. Okay, I've got a burr. So that's enough of that. Didn't take too long, did it really? Let's just check everything. Heel's a bit high on this side. Tips are similar. Yep. Hope you've all got your masks on. Okay. That's nice. Let's smooth it off a bit with a 320. Couple of passes, won't need much. What I've found is settling the stone down or flattening the grains, because what happens is with these 80 grit is you raise the grain. The standard state of the wheel is grain down. So this raises the grain, makes it a bit more prickly if you like. And then when you do this, sometimes you leave a few grains still standing. It's hard to get it all. You don't want to focus too much on pressing too hard or anything. So a couple of passes on each side of the knife tends to remove all the standing grains and gets you down to a nice, and that feels beautiful now, smooth wheel. And this will be my last pass. Good sniff to finish it off. And we're done. Any sign of that crack? Nope. Although, if anything, I think this bevel here, my engineering eye, tells me is a bit bigger than this side. So I'm going to give this side a bit more. Wow, swelling is killing me dead. All right, okay, that's nice. Check it out. Crack's all gone. Nice heel. I think this heel's a little bit bigger than that side, but still good enough within spec. Nice tip. Beautiful. So now we home, then we strop. Burr side up as always. These knives are quite popular, but out of ignorance, mostly on the sales staff point, the customers are not made aware of how fragile they are. They just come in asking, what's the best knife you've got? I said, oh, this Miyabi's pretty good. Right, I'll give it to me. But they're not told how to look after it and what not to do more specifically. Alright. That's that done. Now we head over to the kangaroo tail strop to finish this edge. But before we do that, we'll do a before test to see how sharp it is already off the wheel. Because not everybody can get kangaroo tail strops, so I like to do this test on every one of them just to see how good the wheel can get it. Not bad. Pretty good on the downstroke. Let's move it this way so you can see that bit better. Let's have a look. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's just finish it off a little bit on the suede side. Oh, I bought a new phone. This is the new phone. It's the same as the old one, iPhone 14 Pro Max. So now I have two cameras, or two phones, so I will never get interrupted again by phone calls and messages and things like that. So we're good to go live as well and everything. Although I haven't got internet out here yet, I'm just going to use my 5G. But let's have a look. Not bad. It's not its original self, but still a very useful knife. What's wrong with that? It's a little bit abbreviated, but it'll work. Chop chop. Hey, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.